A national charity says disabled children in London are experiencing high levels of loneliness and social isolation. Whilst local authorities do have a duty to provide activities for disabled young people, some parents have told us that their local services have disappeared with no sign of returning. Well, Ben Hunt has been speaking to one young person who is part of a new scheme to try and change things.
Parks and playgrounds, places where some of your best childhood memories may have been made. But what would your childhood have been like if you didn't have that free time? Meet Owasi. Once a week, he gets to go on an exciting adventure. He doesn't mind where, as long as he's out of the house.
We visit the river and we visit to another park.
He does it all with George, a volunteer for a buddying service which matches a young disabled person with a buddy for 3 hours a week.
One day we might be going swimming, and the next day we might be at the Natural History Museum.
Or Greenwich.
Yeah, or Greenwich.
The scheme has only been running for a year, provided by Tower Hamlets Borough Council and the charity Sense, and it is fiercely oversubscribed.
It's a really good service. It not only teaches them how to create lasting relationships with people outside their family, it also teaches society about people with disabilities.
Latest figures show that compared to the rest of the nation, Londoners are the least likely to have a disabled friend. And we're 3 times more likely to want to end a conversation with a disabled person as quickly as possible. Sense estimates that hundreds of parents across the capital are struggling to care for their disabled children.
We want to make loneliness everyone's business. So that's investment in buddying, but it's also making sure there's adequate support in social care. People need to go further. They need to look past the disability, focus on the individual, start a conversation, and maybe volunteer in their local community.
With buddying services relying completely on volunteers, young people like Owasi are also hoping that more Londoners will hear their call. And how do you feel when you're doing these activities?
Fantastic.
Ben Hunt, BBC London News.